Welcome back to CUTV News Center. I'm Creighton Rabs with your sports report. California Vulcans football team closed out the 2013 season with a resounding 48-14 win at Millersville. The win snapping a two-game losing streak and sent 16 seniors off on a winning note. To the highlights we go. Bemis Durfee Stadium, the site of the season finale with the Vulcans and the Marauders. Here's Nick Grissom fighting his way into the end zone to give California an early 7-0 lead. Millersville would answer as Ian Sado leaps over his offensive line. Ball crosses the plane of the goal. Game is tied at 7. California responds as Derek Fiore takes it in from 1 yard out, 14-7 Vulcans. Now it's tip drill time as C.J. Towns, the first of 3 Vulcans interceptions. That would set up this touchdown by Nick Grissom, make it 21-7 California. Jordan Bowman had himself quite the day, earning PSAC West Defensive Athlete of the Week honors, first with that tip drill interception. And then you'll check out this play here. Fumble by Millersville. Bowman, Johnny on the spot, scoops and scores, 80-yard touchdown. That would make it 34-14 California. And the Millersville mascot oblivious to all the action on the field, but having a good time nonetheless. Sedan, the one bright spot for the Marauders as he rushed for 192 yards and the touchdown on the day. Millersville quarterbacks combining to throw 9 passes. 8 of them were complete, but 3 of them were to Vulcan defenders. And Dewey McDonald was the recipient of that third pick, adding his third pick 6 of the season. The senior safety was one of 10 Vulcans who earned all PSAC West honors on the season. Moving on to women's basketball, California opened up PSAC West play Wednesday night at the Hammermill Center in Erie against the Golden Knights of Gannon, who lived up to their status as the number 2 team in the country. Gannon defeating California for the Vulcans' 4th straight loss. It marks the first 0-4 start for California in nearly 3 decades. To the highlights we go. Elena Antonenko starts things off with the easy layup. That gives California a lead, and layups aren't the only thing in Antonenko's arsenal as the Moscow Musket fires one from downtown, the three-pointer, giving California a 22-18 lead. Mickey Glenn, one of the freshmen in the program, drives the lane for the layup. That'll make it 24-19 Vulcans, but here come the Golden Knights. Jen Papich, the reigning PSAC West Offensive Player of the Year, with the layup off the assist. That's 32-30 Gannon. Brittany Batso's turning into an offensive weapon for the Golden Knights as Papich dishes off to Bats for the 3. That gives Gannon a 10-point lead. Well, Kate Seabomb's with the 3-bomb right there. California would cut the lead to 11, but Nettie Blake would ice the game late as Gannon would take the lead there. There's a nice layup from the inside, and Gannon wins 73-64 over California. Brittany Batts finishing with 19 points, including 3 trifectas. Mickey Glenn leading the Vulcans with 13 points. Also noting Papich added 14 for the Golden Knights. Glenn's 13 points led California scores rather. And meanwhile, on the men's basketball, California men also opened up division play in Erie Wednesday night as the Vulcans looked to avenge a 24-point loss to Gannon at the Hammermill Center last season. Overall, 7 of the last 10 meetings between Gannon and California were decided by 8 points or less. Gannon would keep that string alive with a 59-51 win over the Vulcans. And to the highlights we go, as head coach Bill Brown rallying the troops before the game at the Hammermill Center, downtown Erie. Jake Jakubek starts the game off with a 3-pointer.
And it is good, so the Vulcans score first.
California getting some momentum early as Alonzo Murphy with the nice little jumper. 5-0 California. We'll see later on in the first half. Murphy with the jam. Not the most dramatic of jams, but an effective one nonetheless. 14-8 Vulcans. But here comes Gannon. Adam Blazek with the deep 3 that gives Gannon their first lead of the game. Later on, here's Rafael Thomas Edwards from downtown. Bang. 24-20 Gannon. California would rally. Here's Brandon Cunningham with the deep three. That makes it, cuts the Gannon lead to 40-33. And again, here's Cunningham trying to rally the Vulcans. Another three-pointer makes it 40-38. But Matt Dogan would ice the game with a three ball of his own. That makes it 48-42 Gannon. And your final score, 59-51 in favor of the Golden Knights. Blazek led all scorers with 20 points for Gannon. Cal's Chris William had 14 points to lead the Vulcans. Both the men and women host Slippery Rock this Saturday afternoon inside the Convocation Center. Vulcans volleyball began their quest for a PSAC championship by sweeping Seton Hill Tuesday night at the Convocation Center. CUTV's Matthew Hagee has more on the Vulcans' playoff run.
Vulcans volleyball team began their quest for a PSAC championship Tuesday with a convincing 3-0 win over the Seton Hill Griffins.
Well, the team played really well. We had a rough weekend last weekend. We've had some time to work on a few things, and it came together pretty nicely tonight.
I think we really needed this coming from the two-game loss this weekend. We came in, we played point for point, and we just killed it, and that's what we really needed.
Junior Laurel Miller completely dominated the Griffins, picking up 16 kills and 10 digs, continuing her successful 2013 campaign.
Well, Laurel certainly is quite an athlete. He's able to do a lot of things that helps us score points, and she's done a lot of work to kind of improve her range and be able to hit multiple parts of the court with any given set, and it really paid off for her tonight.
Senior Molly Delaney has emerged as one of the leaders on the team by playing hard game in and game out to establish herself as one of the best outside hitters in the PSAC.
Being a senior, I don't know, every game could be your last, like now especially, could be your last game. So I just kind of try to lead by example and work really hard in practice every day, and that's kind of how I feel like I lead.
The Vulcans now look ahead to a semifinal matchup with the Shippensburg Red Raiders, a team they defeated 3-1 in the Convocation Center on September 28th.
We faced them a little earlier in the season, so we haven't seen them in quite a while, but we can compete with anybody, and if we play like we did tonight, we have no doubt in my mind that we can beat them.
You know, they have probably the best attacker in our conference, so we'll have to try to slow her down a little bit and try to neutralize their other players. So that's going to be our task, and we'll see how it goes.
The PSAC semifinals and finals will be held this weekend at Shippensburg University. For CUTV News Center, I'm Matthew Hagee.
All right, Matt, thank you. The Vulcans will, as Matt said, Vulcans will face Shippensburg Friday night. The winner will face either Gannon or Pitt Johnstown for the PSAC championship at H.S. Fieldhouse in Shippensburg this Saturday afternoon at 2 p.m. Match will air on PCN. As for the latest regional rankings, with Cal's loss to Gannon last Saturday night, Vulcans dropped to third in the Atlantic region behind Wheeling Jesuit and Clarion. The champions of the PSAC and the CIAA, along with 6 wildcard teams, will earn bids to the NCAA tournament in 2 weeks. So speaking of regional playoffs, California's women's soccer will be off to Albany, New York for the Atlantic Regional Championship. They'll be taking on Slippery Rock, and the winner of that game will face the East Regional winner, which will be St. Rose and American International on Sunday. So once again, more exciting times for our sports teams. It just sounds like a broken record, but it's a broken record I like sharing.
It's definitely really exciting. I hope they can make it the whole way and win the tournament, like the whole tournament. They've done it in the past, and I'm hoping they can really relive their glory again. They've really worked hard, and they do deserve it.
Do you know if they're having a fan bus or anything go along with the team? Because I think anything that Cal can go to support a team that's traveling is really great.
Well, it's a bit of a long drive from the Mon Valley up to Albany, New York, but I mean, I think if it were closer, like if it were at Slippery Rock or even at Shippensburg or something, that's something doable. But I mean, yeah, I'm totally with you. I'd like to see some fan buses, not just for playoff games, or even big divisional games like IUP, Slippery Rock, and Clarion. So something to look into.
Thanks, Creighton.
You're welcome.
And finally, the NFL can be a hard place to play. Take this game from last weekend when the Jacksonville Jaguars defensive end, Jason Babin, played the role of barber, ripping the dreadlocks from Andre Ellington's head in the third quarter of the game.
After the play, Jason Babin.
Yeah, look at this, Jason Babin, they're playing tough, comes out with a handful of Andre Ellington's hair.
Gotten to this.
Jeez, that looked, I didn't even see it. I just looked over and I saw him holding it, and that looked painful for me.
I can imagine how bad that would hurt. Like, I mean, I understand when people like grab like huge chunks of your hair, it doesn't hurt as bad, but
I feel like dreadlocks would hurt worse because it's such a chunk of your hair.
I can't. Oh wow, that looked like it hurt. That looked like it hurt so bad.
That will do it for this week's edition of News Center.
Be sure to check out our live video feed on our website, cutv.calu.edu.
Thanks for watching and have a great week.